Hey, hey, hey! Get question 12 right, and you nailed it. Welcome back to our channel. And I would tell you there are other sides of this coin that you haven't explored yet. So, in 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly how they're different and which one is safer. Let's go into ChatGPT. It's made from OpenAI. So right now, we are going to type in our prompt. Two differences between construct and deconstruct. Remember, you can talk to it by clicking on the dictate button. So it's voice command. Okay, two differences between construct and deconstruct. And let's go. You can as well add files and more items in order to search up. So it's reading and thinking about ChatGPT. It's like the celebrity, like the iPhone of AI. It was launched in 2022 and everybody knows its name, right? It's creative and it's fast. So let's go. It came up with the results, and we have right here two differences between construct and deconstruct. So construct is to build, deconstruct is to break down something. And now we have some examples. There we go, and a little summary to remember. So yeah, this chat GPT is actually creative. You want to say yes to everything. It acts like it has the answer to everything. On the other hand, Claude actually is, let's go see. Most school systems would not allow the Claude to be open because it's not open AI, by the way. So here is Claude. When you click on sign in, you know, it doesn't sign you in. So you gotta have it on your phone as the app in order to use the basic features. So Claude is like, I'm going to be more responsible in order to give you the information. So the difference is in their DNA. So for parents listening, here is the key. ChatGPT was built to be helpful. Claude was built to be harmless. That really matters, right? So let's do this test real fast. For homework and writing, if your student is asking ChatGPT, write me an essay on Cold War, it would instantly give it a 500 words essay. Sounds amazing, right? If you ask Claude, what are some main things that, you know, 500 word essay would inquire or require, Claude would outline the main sources and improve on your draft. So it creates the outline, improves on sources and drafts, or bring in sources, and that's why it's more important. Okay, the difference is the doer. ChatGPT is the doer and Claude is the teacher, right? One is doing the work, one is teaching. Claude teaches. ChatGPT does it for you. So teachers in 2026, parents in 2026 now have AI detectors that they can copy paste from, ChatGPT, and you will get it right there in front of you. Claude actually teaches you so you can learn. And let's think about math and coding. ChatGPT, especially the GPT 4.0, is still a kind of math and coding. If you are a STEM student, ChatGPT will solve the complex algebra step by step. But Claude is good because it excels at literature, summarizing long articles, and also Claude would tell you or understand the attitudes and emotions of the text, while ChatGPT would not do all the humane parts of it. And parents tip, If your child is reading a 30-page article or PDF, Claude can read the entire thing at once. ChatGPT forgets halfway, like forgets, and tells you to load part by part. So Claude has a bigger memory per se. So let's go to the winning part. Use ChatGPT for math and coding. Use Claude for English and research. Now, going back to the sign-in screen, when you click right here, it doesn't load. So it's saying you got to log in with your email. Some school systems would actually close this and you can't go into it. They block it from their filters. Okay, so Claude gives a supportive answer, but also add a coping strategy for a question about how my 14-year-old or 16-year-old can relieve stress, right? Claude will tell you a coping strategy, while ChatGPT would just give you a good answer, not supportive answer. But Claude is like the therapist, right? Claude has something called constitutional AI, basically meaning that it has a moral compass, a moral part of it that is inbuilt, right? It's much harder to trick Claude, like saying something inappropriate. Claude detects it so immediately, like so fast. Okay, let's go over to the moms. If you are a parent, a mom, a dad, you wouldn't want your kid to just find the answers. Your kid got to learn from the answers and through the answers and with the answers. And that's where Claude handles all the tasks. So it's very important that we know why many schools are banning ChatGPT and actually allowing Claude for supervised use, right? So Claude has to be supervised. ChatGPT is a free version and it's pretty weak now, right? Especially the older version. But Claude is free for some basic insane features. It uses the Sonnet 3.5, which beats ChatGPT. So the Pro version for Claude is about $20 per month. So here's the catch. Claude has stricter usage limit. If you kind of like use it nonstop for a long time, it's going to tell you to take a break. So this is what it's all about. And actually, it's family friendly. Claude, you can buy like a monthly plan and have the whole family use it. It has great quality, and it's friendly and humane. Like we said, it actually detects emotions. So my final answer is right. ChatGPT summarizes your text, gives you feedback, writing without cheating. However, ChatGPT just brainstorms and creates, it could cheat, but remember, it's open AI. And just don't ban AI in your classroom or ban AI for your kids at home. Sit down with your kids, create an account, tell them how it's safe. Have some rules by explaining that AI is for explanation, not just for a finishing. AI is a means to an end and not just an end in itself, right? Good. So if AI explains the thinking, you do the learning, not just having AI do all the work on your behalf. Okay, now let's hear from you parents. Write in the chat, what part of AI would you want this channel to consider in sharing, and what part of AI do you think you struggle with, so we can consider those questions and produce a video that would address your need. So remember, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos about technology, AI, and school success for both parents, students, teachers, and families.